What come first, chicken or egg? No, we are not here for that. We want to know which elements in the universe come first. So let's start.
Please like the video and subscribe the channel.
Looking around the universe today, there is no doubt that there is plenty of hydrogen and helium around. After all, it's the nuclear fusion of hydrogen into helium that powers the vast majority of stars, illuminating the entire cosmos. But here on the Earth, hydrogen and helium are only a small part of the world we inhabit. By mass, hydrogen and helium combined make up far less than 1% of the Earth. And even if we restrict ourselves to the Earth crust, it is still just a tiny percentage compared to the Earth's heavier elements. Practically, all these heavy elements were formed into generation of stars that lived, burned their fuel into heavier elements, died and shed their heavy enriched element back into the cosmos. Those heavier elements along with a mix of original ones were incorporated into the next generation of the stars, and eventually, when the heavier elements become abundant enough, rocky planets. But the universe didn't start off with these heavier elements at all. In fact, if you will remember what the Big Bang says, the universe started expanding and cooling now, meaning that all the matter in it was closer together and radiation in it was hotter. If you go back to sufficiently early time, you will find that the density was high enough and the temperature was hot enough that you couldn't even form neutral atoms without them immediately being blasted apart. When the universe cooled through that phase, that is when the neutral atoms formed for the first time, and where the cosmic microwave backgrounds come from. At that time, the universe was made out of about 92% of hydrogen atoms and 8% of helium atoms by number, with trace amount of lithium and beryllium, but not much else. But you might wonder how it got to have exactly that ratio. After all, it didn't have to be that way. If the universe was hot and dense enough to undergo nuclear fusion early on, why did it only fuse atoms up to helium? And why didn't more of the universe become helium than it did? To find answer, we need to go way back in time. Not just to the first few 100,000 years of the universe when it was making the first atoms, nor even to the first year, days or hours. No, we need to go back to when the temperature was so high, when the atom universe so hot that not only could atomic nuclei not form, but to a time when the universe was so hot that the universe was filled with nearly equal amount of matter and antimatter. Between about 10 to the negative 12 and 10 to the negative 6 seconds after the Big Bang, neutrinos, quarks and electrons formed. Protons and neutrons began forming shortly after, form about 10 to the negative 6 to 1 second after the Big Bang. Within about 3 minutes after the Big Bang, conditions cooled enough for these protons and neutrons to form hydrogen nuclei. This is called the era of nucleosynthesis. Some of these nuclei combine to form a helium as well, though in much smaller quantities, just a few percent. But after 20 minutes, nucleosynthesis is ended and no further nuclei could form. The problem at this point was the electron couldn't stay in orbit around any atomic nucleus because of the immense heat and radiation still flooding in the universe. Shortly after, any neutral atoms would form. Finally, after 380,000 years or so, the universe had again expanded and cooled enough for conditions to favor electron staying in orbit atomic nuclei. This is when recombination occurred. Neutral hydrogen and helium finally appeared because they could recombine with electrons without easily losing them to stray radiation.